Hi, Chris here. This is number 2 video of Block 100, and in this we're going to fillet 2 corners and also create a cutout and then use a trim command. So let's start by doing the fillet. So in the fillet command, which is over here to the right, if I pick on fillet, first thing you should do is type in R for radius and hit enter to set the radius. And in this case, the fillet radius of these corners is going to be 10 mil. So I type in 10, hit enter, and then it says in the command line, select the first object. And you'll notice the crosshairs have changed to a little pick box. So the first object will be this line, and the second object will be that line, and there you'll see it's filleted. So I go back to fillet again, pick on fillet, come over, select the first object. As you hover over the line, you'll see it'll change. Pick on that, hover over the next line, see how it changes, pick on that, and there's your fillet. So now we want to do the checkout here. So what I'm going to do is draw a line, and my O-snaps, my object snaps, should pick up a midpoint, and if they're not, then I'll come down here into my object snaps and right hand click, pick on the settings, and I'll pick on midpoint. And while I'm here, I might as well turn on perpendicular and say OK. So now my object snap midpoint is on, and I'm still in the line command. So as my crosshairs come over a line, it should pick up the midpoint. Maybe I've turned the O-snaps off, so I pick on the O-snaps, and yes, they're on. So the F3 key turns the O-snaps on and off. It's a toggle. Now it's off, now it's on. So I'm still in the line command, and as I hover over the line, you'll see the midpoint. So I pick, so the line snaps to the midpoint, and again to the right, I hover over the line, it picks up the midpoint, so I pick, and then hit enter to finish the line. So now we've drawn a line from midpoint to midpoint. Now I want to use offset. So over here to the right, you'll see offset. If I pick on the offset, it says offset, specify offset distance. And the cutout is 20 mil, so I want to offset that line by 10. So I type in 10, enter. Select the object to offset. So with my little pick box, I put it over the line, pick on the line, which side, this side or that side. In this case, I'll go to the top and pick, and then pick on the line, which side to offset, this side. And then I hit escape to get out of offset. I'm going to go back to offset again. And this time, the offset distance, I'm going to type in 30, enter. And I'm going to pick on the end line, and I'm going to come on this side and pick, and then escape to get out of offset. And now I'm going to go to trim. So over here to the right, you'll see trim. I'm going to pick on trim, and as I come across to trim off the lines, I'm going to right hand click my mouse, and then I'm going to pick on the lines that I want to trim off. So I want to trim that line, and I want to trim this line, and I want to trim this line, and I want to trim, my mouse is quite jerky, I think I might have my snaps on, so I'll just turn the snap, no, my snap was off, turn my snap off, it's just the program's a little bit jerky, and I want to trim that line, and I want to trim this, and I want to trim that, and then I'll go escape, and I'll erase that line, enter, and now I want to fillet this, so I go back to fillet, pick on the first line, pick on the second line, go back to fillet, pick on the first line, Click on the second line, and there you'll see I've filleted the corners and done the checkout.